Good morning all, just a recap on Monday evening session, just to get over that structure or the roles. We can see here 9 has the ball, we're at the ruck, and we're just setting it up whether we're coming around from here, whether we're coming in or even into there, but we're just starting to set this up. First receiver, it will be the point at the front there. Then you've got the bodyguard and the tips, all forwards. So just to make it easy, all those forwards are there. Worst case scenario, we can get rid of the bodyguard. So if you were in the bodyguard position and you weren't needed, you could just slip out into the tips area here, right? So we don't need the bodyguard if we don't need anything. If we have 3 and we can get it organised, point, tips and bodyguard. You'll see the back play. It's for the horse. Forget about that at the moment. We'll bring the horse in next week once we get this nailed on down. But I'll just show you where it's at and what we're looking at. Point carrying into this one, then tips will come in and bodyguard coming in to barrel and clean out and win the ball. If we point, ideally though, want to see if we can get the point to put some footwork on, coming up and then into here to try and get a bite from this defender and this one. Bodyguard, just by running almost that straight line, that can then get an inside ball. Our tips will actually be running straight. I was thinking about this. If the point cuts sideways to try and get interest from this defender, then our tips just needs to run straight and the offload is on. Okay, if our point runs straight into contact, or just while I get rid of that, hard to do 2 things at once, sorry. So if our point is running straight, our tips is coming up and in and is looking for that space there for the offload, or if the carry's there, it's the offload after, or even just the clean out. So I think if the point stays wide, tip stays wide. If the point runs out in contact, tips comes in, bodyguard just holds that same one at the whole time. How does that work off? Glad you asked. You can see here, first receiver now in here. So it's just, this is our 1 ball with our setup, point, bodyguard, tips, and then there's our second receiver or back player there. Again, our forward runners, again, if we're going to get rid of one, we get rid of this one. The beauty we could do here though, and I don't want to overcomplicate it, but it's just an option. First receiver running straight and hitting the tips, and again, running straight, coming in, going out, staying out. Okay, up and out. Get rid of that again, and we'll talk a little bit more about the other option we have here from this shape without getting too overcomplicated, but we could all easily start from the start. If our bodyguard, like we said, we don't care who it is, but if it's a back, if it is a forward, we've got the start of the Aussie shape. So running straight, there's our tight coming in, there's our wide coming out, and our tips just hangs out here. And this is the person we're targeting with our Aussie shape. There's our T and our W. So that can happen. If our bodyguard wasn't there and it was our back, we could still call the same thing. Ideally, our tips is going to hold their feet and let this happen and just join in there, rather than overrunning it. But like I said, there's our 1. So first receiver running straight, hitting the tips, hitting across to the tips, hitting our first receiver, hitting our point, and then we're running in and playing the same sort of one as we did before. I hope that makes sense. We'll explore it a little bit more again this evening. See you all soon. Bye for now.